Hello and welcome to the PrepCast Leadership Academy, where we explore the power, focus, and drive of leadership for project managers and bring you interviews that build leaders. And more than that, it also gives them 17.75 power skills PDUs. Hello, everybody. I am Cornelius Fichtner, the creator of the PrepCast and the Leadership Academy. Thank you so much for joining me today as we are launching our leadership course. Here is our agenda for you. So, quick overview, but I want to talk a lot about the guests and the benefits that you're going to get out of this leadership course, and also FAQ and a recap there at the end. If you want to take a sneak peek, please do stop by at pm-prepcast.com/academy, and you will get to the page that gives you all the details about our Leadership Academy. Now, this is a live stream. Welcome everybody who's joining us on Facebook or on YouTube. And we are, in fact, giving away one license of the Leadership Academy here today at the end of this presentation. If you want to participate, just go ahead, please, and put hashtag lead. So the hashtag LEAD, type that into the chat, either on Facebook or on YouTube, and you will be automatically added to the list of people who can win at the end. You're not signing up for anything, so you're not going to get anything, emails from us or anything like that. This is just for the giveaway. Okay, so the hardest feature to explain from this video series really is the curriculum itself. If this were a regular project management course about project management, fundamentals or advanced project management, I could be talking about all the great tools that we are going to be seeing about work breakdown structure, analysis, and whatever the tools are that we're going to be looking at, right? But this is a leadership course, and leadership is situational, it is personal, and it is primarily a soft skill. Yes, there are leadership techniques, approaches, theories, but this course is not about those. Instead, this is an interview-based leadership course that conveys the leadership experience of my guests and explains how you can apply the leadership practices from an astronaut, a four-star general, a genocide survivor, to your project. So this is really the curriculum that this course is built upon. The lifelong leadership experience of my 15 guests and how that applies to us project managers, and how you can take that and become a better leader and to help your team and yourself grow as you move forward in your career. But let us start at the very beginning here, because from the very beginning, my goal with this course was to help turn you into a change maker in your organization. Someone who can draw from a broad experience and turn that not only into successful change and improvement in your company, but also give you a fulfilling career. And we bring this broad experience to you by giving you access to these exclusive in-depth interviews, conversational interviews from these distinguished global leaders, and then learn how to become more than just an effective project leader, but also, yes, that change maker in your organization. You will see project management discussed and project leadership discussed through the lens of these real trailblazers, these groundbreakers, and these researchers that I have brought onto the program here. But yes, as much as we all want to know about leadership and become better leaders, many of us are PMI certified. We need those PDUs. And yes, you will get 17.75 power skills PDUs. Yes, and talking about power skills, leadership is multifaceted, right? And that's why I have these 15 guests of the program on the program, and with each of them, uh, we shine the spotlight on their leadership experience on the world stage, because leadership is defined in more ways than one. And in this way, you can learn success in effective project leadership from the best. There really is no manual to becoming a project leader, because leadership is so individual. You're a different leader than I am, and a third person is a third type of leader, right? But this means that every industry is unique, so there are approaches to managing your team's efficiency and satisfaction. They need to be adapted, right? And in this way, by bringing in these 15 leaders from around the world, the Leadership Academy has really become a masterclass that goes above and beyond just talking about leadership approaches and theories and things like that, but instead bringing you 15 people who have done it on the ground and who know what they're talking about, because they are helping you build highly effective teams around you on your project. So if I whet your appetite with that little bit of an introduction here, please do stop by at pm-prepcast.com/academy and take a look what's there. You can also see one of these interviews, part 2 of one of the interviews, and that's what we're getting to right now here. Here are my guests, sort of a collage of everybody who is going to be on that series for you. And let me introduce you to 5 of them. At the top right there, we have astronaut Dr. David Williams. In this leadership interview, he draws from his experience at NASA and also as a CEO of a hospital, and not only recounts many leadership moments, but also really masterfully relates why they matter and how project leaders can apply them to becoming better at what they do. This interview is an hour and 15 minutes long, so you're going to get 1.25 PDUs for it. And let me quickly bring in my browser here, and pmprepcast.com/academy. I hope I typed that right. Yeah, if I had a slash there, that would help. /academy, there we go. Because on this page here, where you can see all about it, there is the interview with astronaut David Williams is right here. So you can watch 21 minutes out of that 1 hour and 15 just to see what these interviews are like and get a better idea of how this works. So this is a real treat for everybody here. All right, moving on. Second person that I would like to introduce you to, 4-star General Stanley McChrystal. In this interview, we examine teams, risk control factors, the definition and leading the implementation there, vision, mission, changing strategies, and communication. That's sort of the high-level focus of the interview I have with him. It's about an hour long, so you get 1 PDU for that. Then in the center there, we have Kristen Cox. Kristen Cox is the world's leading authority on how to apply the theory of constraints to government and non-profits. And she was also the former executive director of the Governor's Office of Management and Budget in the state of Utah, where she was instrumental in leading a program to bring a 35% savings and improvement across Utah's 20 billion executive branch. So imagine that, right? A 35% savings on a 20 billion branch. That is quite a big feat. One thing that you do not see in this photograph is the fact that she is blind. And that hasn't stopped her from doing any and all of that and becoming a world-class leader. Moving on to Michael Bungay Stanier. He wrote the book, The Coaching Habit. It is one of the best-selling coaching books of the century, with nearly 1 million copies sold. And in 2019, he was named the #1 thought leader in coaching. Remember his face? We'll get back to him in a little bit with another quote of his there. And the final spotlight that I want to shine on is this one here. This is Suzanne Matson. In her interview, we focus on, okay, let me read this list to you here. Product leadership matrix, proactive leadership, feeling the fear and doing it anyway, 6 human needs, intuition, leadership values, leadership congruence, leadership scandals, leading up, project vision, the fact that the path of the least resistance in leadership is really of no interest to the project leader, team empowerment, and virtual leadership. Yes, all of that in one interview. It's the longest of the interviews. It's 84 minutes in duration in order to get all those topics in. It'll give you about 1.5 PDUs there for your recertification. Yeah, but we have more people here. In the dead center there, right in the center of everything, that is Dan Pink, New York Times best-selling author. The far right center in the middle there, that is another New York Times best-selling author on leadership topics. His name is Tom Peters. If you've read any project management book or looked for project management books, you will have come across Tom Peters' name. The second from the top left there, next to our astronaut, that is Jackie Beretta. She shares with us her leadership experience as a CIO. To the right of her, top center, Itai Talgam. He is a conductor, a maestro. And with him, we not only go into leadership lessons of leading world-class orchestras around the world, but also what he himself has learned from the great Leonard Bernstein. And then just below Jackie, we see Sergeant Major Jill Johnson, who shares with us the leadership lessons that she has learned about coaching and being coached in the armed forces. Okay, so you can see there is a lot of experience here in these interviews that you are going to get from our Leadership Academy. 15 interviews in total and 17.75 PDUs. You may be wondering, okay, how is that going to work? In regards to claiming my PDUs, not a problem. It takes no more than 2 minutes to claim your PDUs. Yes, there are 15 interviews that you can see there on the left, but at the end of it, you're going to get 1 certificate for 17.75 PDUs, and then you're going to have to put in 1 claim with PMI, and you can see that there with the red arrow, plus 17.75 PDUs will be added to your PDU count at the end. The one thing that I have learned from interviewing these 15 guests is this here. Leaders are built, leaders are not born. And let me explain this here with a question, okay? Businesses today are crying out for people who can lead a transformation and bring a business from one point in time to a better point in time. And so my question for you is this: are you that person? Are you that leader who can bring a transformation to your organization? Because for too long, leadership in project management has been an elusive trait, right? That not all project managers exhibit. You know, we were more the administrators of the project, managing all those admin tools in the background. But that has changed, and it changes today. You know, with this course, it is time for us to recognize leadership does not come in one shape or in one size. And because of that, we have designed the PrepCast Leadership Academy in, in, in such a way that it is specific for you, the project leader. Okay, let me explain it in this way, because after watching this advanced masterclass series, you should be able to do the following things here confidently. You will be able to win and maintain your team's trust, all while motivating everyone to excel on the project. You will reach shared goals in your organization. You will inspire, engage, and organize your team and their responsibilities. You will be able to accept bigger opportunities, to lead bigger projects with higher chances for a promotion or even landing a C-level role. You can create meaningful and lasting change in your company as an innovator of project management and as an innovator of leadership. And you will deliver value to your clients by providing top-notch services from an empowered and efficient team. And all of this hard work, all of this is hard work. It is not easy to come by, because as project leaders, we have to overcome a specific set of challenges, right? You're probably aware of these, because for us project managers, the problem is that the goalposts change frequently. Stakeholders, suppliers, customer, they learn more about the work and they refine their positions. They change their ideas and what they really need quite frequently. Team members, they don't often work for me directly, right? And for you either. And so we have to be leading across a matrix and probably across a virtual teams as well. Daily difficulties, the decisions that we have as we navigate the unknown and put out fires with our team. Our teams are multilingual, multicultural. It adds a completely different dimension to leadership and the potential for additional and unintended conflict. There is barely enough time in the day to manage the project, let alone develop everyone and yourself. And of course, there is always the problem of creating buy-in. Yeah. So overall, the strategy execution and product delivery environments, very different from a operational leader to a project leader. And if you want to overcome these challenges in project leadership, then the PrepCast Leadership Academy is for you. But I hear you already say, yes, Cornelius, you are right. However, my situation is still very much different. All of this is true generally for project leaders, but I, myself, I am different here. Well, yeah, let me answer this by going back to our guests, right? So we have a CEO, an ex-drug dealer, an astronaut, four-star general, a maestro. What do they have in common? They do recognize that leadership is not a one-size-fits-all thing, right? And this is why our Interviews That Build Leaders is a video masterclass series that lets you realize the true value of leadership in project management from a diverse set of experts who can help you develop your own unique leadership style. Trust me, there are no sound bites in here, in these interviews. There are no dry lectures. There is no prescribed path to follow here. So this is not like a downhill ski race where you just follow the route that we lay out. No. You have to work along. You have to listen and really pay attention. It is as unique as you are, and it is designed to meet your needs in project management for leaders, right? I close each interview with a series of takeaways where I ask the guest to help us understand what is it that our participants should take away from the conversation that we have just had. And Michael Bungay-Stanier here, that's why I'm bringing him back in. he turned this around on me and he said, Cornelius, I don't know. I do not know, and I'm paraphrasing here, okay? I do not know what every one of our listeners, our viewers, is taking away from our conversation here for themselves. And leadership is personal. Leadership is personal to me, to you. It's different for everybody. So it really depends on what your team needs, what you need at the given moment that you are watching this interview, and what you're taking away from it is as individual as your leadership style. Yeah. And his response, it really epitomizes the value of these interviews. That I can paint a picture for you, with broad strokes and tell you about what you're going to learn, as I just have, team trust, reaching shared goals, bigger opportunities, meaningful change, delivering value, right? Yeah, these are marketing terms, but I cannot tell you exactly what it is that you will take away from each and every interview and how you will successfully apply this to your leadership situation, right? This is so individual. But what I have tried to do is I have tried to summarize these interviews for you. And let me move on here. This is on our website, so you can take a look at each of these individually. I want to just go through, I think, 3 or 4 of these and show you what I think you're taking away, right? So Stanley McChrystal, the 4-star general, and he talks a lot about the myth that is holding you back from being the leader that you want to be, right? And you will discover that myth and you can work with or against that myth and truly become the leader that you want to be with this interview. Suzanne Matson, she talks about how self-awareness improves your leadership skills, right? And how to make space for others. In my opinion, being a leader means being able to step aside and let somebody else take the spotlight and help them to become a better leader themselves. In my organization, I always have the opinion that if somebody leaves the organization, I want them to be able to go on to bigger and better things. So I'm doing everything I can from my help and to help them to improve, to become a great leader on their own. All right. And then this one right here from Tom Peters is the last one. It's the shortest interview that we have, but I think it's one of the most impactful ones. He is so enthusiastic about project management, about project leadership, and what it means for our daily work. And his lifelong experience, research, authorship, it just shines through. He is so wonderful to listen to, right? So that alone will inspire you to become a really great leader. Yeah, and talking about inspiration here, in the end, it really does boil down to this here. We did a survey of 200 project managers and students, and we learned that the central theme when it comes to honing their leadership skills in project management is what you see here on the screen. They want inspiration, growth, and team satisfaction. That's critical to product leadership. And this is what we're trying to get across. That's why we decided to build the Leadership Academy in such a way that it allows you to become confident in leading and working with stakeholders from various industries. So whether you're in your first job or ready for an executive role, right? This advanced leadership interview series will show you what it really means to position yourself as a project leader. I want you to be able to inspire your stakeholders with your enthusiasm as a leader and help your company grow and have your team and yourself feel truly satisfied in the job that you are all doing. The idea is that you can learn from each expert interview to develop your own leadership style and overcome any and all challenges along the way. Yeah, and Have I mentioned this? Yes, I have. Yeah. The one thing you're definitely going to take away, because it's really hard to explain the soft things, but this is a hard thing you're going to take away. 17.75 PDUs if you are PMI certified. Again, if you are interested in this, please do stop by pmprepcast.com/academy. The price is actually just around one of those fancy coffee drinks that you can order per PDU at one of your local coffee shops there. Usually they go around 375. That's about the price that you'll see for a really fancy coffee. All right, so for 388, you get a slightly fancier coffee per PDU right there. Yeah, before we get into the FAQ, which is next here, a quick reminder, we are giving away Leadership Academy license later on, access to it for one lucky winner. And if you want to join, you just simply type #lead into the chat box and then submit it. Let's take a look here. We move this over. This is it. Yeah, so far we have 5 entries. So a good chance, 1 in 5 so far, that you will win this. So please do go ahead and type in lead if you have joined us late, #lead, and you will be added to this list as well. Moving on to the frequently asked questions here. So, what if I don't have time to watch these in one go? Well, good news is you don't have to watch them in one go. You can stream, download, watch anywhere on your mobile device there for 18 months. And if you are like me, then you most likely have a podcast app on your phone right there. These are all the podcasts I listen to. So if you have a podcast app on your phone, I'm using Pocket Casts, or if you use Apple, you probably have the Apple Podcasts app installed. You can add the Leadership Academy as a premium podcast to that tool you're using, and you can then download it straight to your phone and watch them anywhere you want. Well, how will I know if these interviews can help me? And I've been doing interviews on leadership and various topics in project management for over 20 years now. And frankly, even I learned something new, right? And it is specifically aimed at project, program, portfolio managers with 2 and more years of experience. Each listener, each participant is going to take something different away from the conversational interviews. And in doing so, you'll learn new ways of approaching and improving your leadership role. And this here, I'm not in a leadership role. Is this right for me? Well, if you are a project manager, then you are in a leadership role. As a project manager, we have to lead people, we have to guide people, we have to encourage people, we have to keep them motivated and get the project done on time, on budget, on schedule. And that requires every leadership skill that you have in your body. So, will you get more PDUs if you pretend that this is Netflix and you binge watch all the interviews in one go, 17.75 hours in one round? No, you're not, right? You're getting 17.75 PDUs in the power skills area from the PMI Talent Triangle, 388 per PDU. Will there be a transcript? Yes, there will be a transcript, and not just any transcript. This is really something that I'm proud of. You can see an example there on the right. It includes the slides. It includes a timestamp. You can see that kind of here. You can see that this was at 58 minutes and 56 seconds right there, right? It's a really well-formatted PDF. You can search through it. It's printable. You can keep it. So even if you no longer have access to the actual interviews, you can still go back to the transcript and see what's going on. What about the certificate of completion? Yes, I mentioned that earlier on. Yes, you will have a certificate of completion. There are 15 interviews. You'll get one certificate. And with one claim in the PMI CCR system online, you will have the opportunity to get those 17.75 PDUs. I even have a tutorial where I show you exactly what steps to take and where to click on the PMI website so that you will not have any trouble at all getting your PDUs. And now it is time to do our giveaway right there. So if you haven't done so yet, please do go ahead and do type hashtag lead into your chat box wherever you are. And I am now going to wait. There are 7 entries. I can see we have about 20 people that are actively attending this webinar right now. So why don't those of you who want to participate type hashtag lead into the chat box, and we will add you to this here. So I'm going to give you 10 more seconds here. All right, and that's it. We are now going to draw the winner. I'm going to hit the draw button right here. There we are. Lowell Denning. Congratulations, Lowell. And you are going to get free access to the PrepCast Leadership Academy and help you to become a better leader. How are you going to get this? Wait, I got to go back to my presentation here. There we are. To claim your price, simply write to support@pm-prepcast.com. You may want to take a screenshot of this right now, and you will have to claim your prize within 1 week. So we're not going to send you a reminder of this. Just write to support@pm-prepcast.com, and we will add you in. Yeah, wonderful. So once again, if you're interested in the Leadership Academy interviews, please do stop by at pm-prepcast.com/academy, where you can find all the details about this. Quick recap here. On the left, we have all the features. On the right, we have all the benefits. The features, yes, you're going to get 17 3/4 PDUs. It's 17 3/4 hours long. 15 guests, 15 interviews. It is all video based. You can download it to your mobile phone. You can stream it on your mobile phone if you don't have a podcast app, by the way. So that's also possible. You don't need a podcast app, but it's easier. You just download it all to your phone, right? But I think on the right-hand side, these are the 5 big ones that you should be getting out of this leadership course, that you will be getting out of this leadership course. And that is build team trust with your team. You will be able to reach the shared goals with your team. Bigger projects are in the future for you. You will be able to implement meaningful change in your organization. And most importantly, inspiration, growth, and team satisfaction here are at the center of what you are taking out of this. The Leadership Academy can be found at pm-prepcast.com/academy. Yeah, that's it for now and for today. Thank you so much, everybody, for your interest, and appreciate your time. Until next time.